So I think the biggest issues that entrepreneurs have when they're trying to turn their idea into reality is that they maybe don't take into account just how long it's going to take. No matter how long you think it takes to get a business moving, it just always takes longer because you do have people in a chain and they have not got the same motivation to get back to you as quickly as you want them to get back to you. So I'd say most businesses probably fail, or most entrepreneurs get it wrong in that they're too optimistic about how long it will take to deliver. I also don't think they realise just how much detail has to go in to actually making a business work. As I sort of touched on before, that things like your executive summary, they need to be so hard. They need to be cemented so hard that there's no crack there. So when you sit down in front of your investors, you know that no matter what way they drill, they're not going to be able to crack a proposition. And I do think entrepreneurs need to be trying to create that piece of unique IP around what they're doing. I, for one, would never go into a business where I'm just copy and pasting what someone else has done, making it a little bit different, tweaking it. I really believe if you're going to get investment through, you've got to have a solid idea. If you can get some IP around the whole process or a patent on how it works, all the better. But know your market, know the issues you're up against. And a lot of the times the issues are nothing to do with your technology. It's down to maybe the mentality of the people who are going to be buying your solutions. If you're selling into business areas where people are very, very cautious, the reason why the director of that business is there is because he has been very cautious right through his career. He may not want to go on this latest, but if you use this technology, potentially this could happen. He's going to want to be seeing, if I use this technology, this is what the impact's going to be. They want to see certainty. And a lot of the time, I think the issues happening now are people over-egging where it can bring them without any real sort of fundamental reasoning behind the direction of that business is going to go. I do think also you need to go and do as many pilots as you can, and it may be quite irrelevant to where your core business is going to go, but by doing those pilots, you're going to see some of the issues that actually you're going to face going forward, and you're going to lose money in your pilots. But it's not until you do a pilot you'll find your ground and you'll find out why it is that in the 6-month process it's actually taken us 10 months or 12 months. And these pilots are very, very useful to then commercialise what you really want to do going forward. So it is a test and learn, and I don't think anybody should try and sell their first idea to Walmart. You need to go and work at what is that ladder and how fast can I accelerate up that ladder, and making sure you're positioning yourself well in advance for that expansion. How much do I rely on intuition in the areas of business? 100%. I mean, I think you have to be, as a personality, somebody who sees through the bull pretty quickly, and somebody who's not afraid to go and cut and change. I think in a lot of startups, you don't want to upset people too much. You don't want to. You got a team together. You don't want to upset the apple cart. But actually, if the apple cart has got some rotten apples in there, you get rid of those rotten apples. And if some more apples fall off the cart because of that, so be it. Don't be afraid to make big decisions. Don't be afraid to innovate again. Don't be afraid to change your business model if you realise you've got something wrong. And if you got it fundamentally wrong, I mean completely fundamentally wrong, walk away. Stop straight away. Don't sit there for the next 3-4 months trying to come up with a solution if you really know in your gut that there isn't going to be one. I see far too many people who carry on past that point when they should have stopped, which goes back to that proverb: if your tooth is rotten, pull it. Don't wait. And I think people like, you've got to look at what other people have done in the market as well. So people like Karen Billamori from Cobra Beer, so many times that guy has turned around at the point where his business could have gone askew and chopped and changed direction immediately. And he's a great inspiration. He's someone I know well, and his sort of philosophy is change. Every time you need to change, just make the change. Don't procrastinate. And don't be afraid to say you've made a wrong mistake. I think pride gets into this far too often. If you've made a wrong decision at some point between the personnel or the way you've structured the business or the business itself, swallow your pride and say, you know what, I made a mistake. It's not going to be what I thought it was going to be. And start again. Don't be afraid to bounce. I mean, if you are an entrepreneur, you've got to bounce. You're going to make mistakes constantly. You're going to be criticised constantly. It is quite a lonely place, quite frankly. I don't know why people want to be entrepreneurs. It's not actually the dream job everybody thinks it is. It's bloody hard. It can be extremely lonely, and you can be that one single voice who has to say, I don't care, I believe this, and go for it.